Sorry, so I left off on going to the video of my game. So the directions from our first game. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure everything's off the table. That way you can see everything. So here is the board. You had to put it together when you printed it. You have the cube, and you have cards. So you place the Brian Gorbet, the Brian picture, number cards, and everything face up. So you're gonna have little pieces. You can use anything. In my opinion, it might be good to go ahead and use erasers or something like that. Obviously, if you have little chase pieces or anything like that in your classroom available to you, it'd make it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a marker top. So you're gonna put all your pieces on the start for each student to play. Students are gonna roll a cube and with your piece according to the number of the turn. Sorry about that. You gotta name the picture that's on the board, and from there you have to pick on the papers to rhyme with it. And can you continue to all your students reach the end? Some of these you might want to do groups, that way time just goes by faster, especially if you have 20-something students. You want to make sure you're not spending 10-15 minutes just on this game. Here's the little cube. I got a 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be a hen. That's a little chicken. So I have boats, bib, skipping. So in my opinion, I feel like pen is probably one of the pictures. You can go over the pictures. It'd probably save time if you actually would with your students. So you would look for something. You can look for a pen because that kind of looks like a pen. I mean, there's several of them that you maybe can try to do with it. So pan, there's a pan in here. Just each one of them does have a matching word. And when you print them out, and when you get them out, they also tell you on a piece of paper what words match with what words. And you continue to do that, like I said, rolling the dice. That way it goes with it. So the next thing is you want to show an objective. You want to tell your students why you're playing this game. So I'll go ahead and move over here. So you want to do the game, that way your students will recognize wrong words. You want them to know that the end with the same thing, you're basically changing the front word. And just to do some oral songs, and you can observe them, see if they understand. You can ask them, class, this is a stamp. You can pick one of the pictures as a stamp in here. What does it rhyme with? Let them raise their hands. Now everybody say with me, stamps, stamp, rhymes with lamp. And if you want to, just to make sure every student gets it, because some of them are obviously going to volunteer, some of them may be shy, you can just keep going through the pictures. Like I said, hen and pen. And there's a spoon over there, some moon and spoon, just any of like that, and you can tell them to repeat the sentence with me. Okay. Pen rhymes with pen, and just keep doing things like that until you feel like most of your students understand it. And also you can do your students, you can let your students pair a partner and take turns giving words to other students. So what I mean by that is just like I gave an example. Instead of your whole class saying it with you, you can have one student say, well, my word is hen, and they're like, okay, hen rhymes with pen. And then the person that said the word can make up a word now and have them bounce ideas off each other. That way you're having some group word. The next one, student teacher will need to model another game. I put the rhyme memory match. Let's find that one. Sorry, I have animals attacking me. So on this game, you're going to have the individual cards like I showed a while ago, but they're all going to be flipped upside down. I don't like that the paper, at least maybe it's just my printing paper, is so thin. I feel like students can maybe cheat, maybe not learn as good because they can see the pictures through it. Just kind of bear with me because obviously I did not mean to do that. But I'm going to try my best to do this. So with this one, they're obviously going to have more than this, but I'm just going to do 6 of them right now so y'all can kind of see them. And so with this one, you put the raisin, you'll replace all the little cards you have face down in a row. Once again, I know you can kind of see these. You're going to take turns with your students, and they're naming pictures, so they're going to flip up a random card, and they're going to say both of them, and then they're going to ask, do they rhyme? If they rhyme and they match, you pick them up, and they kind of get like a point. If they don't, they just got to flip them back over, and next person goes. So you're going to continue this until every card meets a match. So obviously the goal is for at least every student to at least get one. That way they understand, hey, these two match, or hey, they don't. Obviously the odds are kind of in their favor because they're just picking at random. So looking at these, I'm going to pick at random, although I can see them. So you flip them over, cat. Say I flip that one over randomly. Hat. Cat and hat do rhyme. So I'll just pull them to the side. And then I get a point. And then they get just flipping over. Book and pen. That doesn't rhyme, so they got to flip them back over. Also, students who are maybe a little more advanced or just pay attention, they'll know where the cards are. So they know, hey, those two are not matched, and they won't reflip them, which also save on time. So also with this, so for closure, I can use the picture cards and students will sort them together. And then some questions I can ask with this is, how did you know these two cards match? And obviously you're going to want the answer because the endings match, because they rhyme, something like that. And then you can ask, name some other objects that match with these. So once again, you just pick one of the cards up. Let me just get one. So if you do the egg, there's leg, moon, spoon, just different ones like that. You can individually hold them up and let them say them. So for homework, students will draw pictures of 3 objects given around each other's. So if I give them a piece of paper that says hat, for example, they can draw a cat, a bat. I'm going to have the objects printed and just let them draw them out, just 3 of them, because obviously your first graders, you don't want to bottom down homework, is them something to do and their parents to help them at home. For early finishers, because you know you always have 1 or 2 in the classroom, you can complete an October rhyming worksheet. Let me find that for me. Because I just printed it out, it's almost October. I thought it was kind of cute and easier for them to do. So that's what it looks like. So it just gives you a word, and then you're gonna color or circle the one. So cat, be hat, and bat, and you just keep doing that until you complete it, because it also lets them color, which is a little fun, while providing them to know that these are going to keep trying to rhyme, and you can check them and make sure they understand your objectives. For special needs students that I understand, you probably also have 1 or 2 in each one of your classrooms also. I'll put that students with reading disabilities will have work reread to them and extended time on all work. In my opinion, I know a lot of 504 students get that, and I feel like it's very important, because sometimes it does take that just a little extra time and reading it one more time for them to fully understand it, and they'll be able to complete their work. And students who are English language learners will work one-on-one with the students, or one-on-one with the teacher, I'm sorry. And if you also seem like they're struggling and maybe another student needs help, then you can ask them to do their desk buddies. Going in the field, I've also thought that was a good idea. I've seen it in multiple classrooms. They'll have them paired up in 4 and have numbers on the desk, and they'll know 1, 2 works together, 3, 4. And that way they're always kind of in a partner in a small group. But obviously you're going to want to retell them the directions also. You want them to understand and learn just like any other your students. You don't want them to be at a disability. Recommendations. Later days, students who need recommendations will work along teacher complete rhyming games again. So enrichment, maybe you need a little more help. Students will complete a rhyme worksheet. So I printed another rhyme shirt sheet. Students read directions and circle the words that do not rhyme. That's a little twist. That's why I like this one. Because all of them we were trying to make sure they do rhyme. On this one, you're not rhyming. It's kind of little cute. Has a little monster on it. It is kind of blurry in my opinion. I think it's just because my printer was running out of ink. So it says circle word is not rhyme. You have light, bright, right, and 8. You have glass, mash, class, and grass. So obviously, and then hog, dog, bog, bag. Bag definitely does not sound like it goes. So you can have the students, especially if they need help, you can read them to them. And they're like, oh, that one doesn't, the other one doesn't go with the other ones. And have them circle it. And obviously, your non-reflection comments, like she said, we don't have to do with that one. So I know a lot of people obviously notice this, but in most of these, you're going to want oral response. I know she said at the beginning that you want all of them to have oral response. That way you make your students are meeting their objectives. I hope I covered everything, and I hope y'all enjoyed my little activities and videos. Bye.